You cannot get mollywopped at home in front of Dawn Staley, Lisa Leslie, Mike Tyson, Cheryl Miller. The stars were out, and they were there to see Asia. Caitlin in the show, and the circus is in town, but come on.
Asia had 20 points, and it felt like 2.
The defense was just bad. The 3-point defense, they were just walking into threes. Just walking into them. That's disgusting.
I'm a hot girl, I get anything I want, this is my world. I make big moves in my big heels. Since the day that I was born, I've been a big deal.
What?
That was the Fever beating the Aces by 30 damn points.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I did my best to stick around for that whole game.
Same, and I was there.
I know. And I was like, I got to about 5.5 minutes in the fourth, and I was like,
that's when I left.
It's Love Island finale time. It was painful. I was like, it's a 24-point lead in the fourth quarter. I don't think the Aces are coming back from this one.
They cut it to 4. The whole thing that I didn't understand was that, first of all, I just want to say this, because we can break the game down, and there was a lot to see. And I understand it was a second night of a back-to-back, even though you just crushed the Mercury, and so it wasn't that much of a strain. And I know that Asia's injured and all that. I get that. All of that, I understand. But you cannot get mollywopped in front at home in front of Dawn Staley, Lisa Leslie, Mike Tyson, Sarah, Sue Bird, Cheryl Miller, Jim Gray. The stars were out, and they were there to see Asia and Jackie and Chelsea and the crew. And yes, of course, Caitlin in the show, and the circus is in town, and so it's a thing. But come on. You were a 6.5-point favorite. I lost money on this game.
Okay, well, now you sound like the guy in Courtney Williams' DM. But
no, I didn't care that much about that. I don't care about losing the bet. But, you're a 6.5-point favorite, and you lose by 30.
Listen, Asia had 20 points, and it felt like 2. And I don't think I've ever seen a 20-point performance that felt so much worse than it was. And I don't know if that's just because I expect so much more out of Asia, but she was 9 for 23 from the field. She had 12 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 3 turnovers. But I texted you and I said, I think it's time. We need to have the conversation about Jewel Lloyd.
I didn't think, in all of the things that were bad, I just didn't think really that much about Jewel Lloyd, to be honest.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the Jewel Lloyd elephant in the room.
Go on. I'd love to hear it.
Do we think that Jewel Lloyd is what Jewel Lloyd used to be? And do we think that the Aces are maybe clutching on a little hard to Jewel Lloyd's past? Because she's averaging 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist this season.
We've got such bigger fish to fry, to be honest.
I know, but I'm just saying, I just wanted to point it out. Okay, let's talk about the Aces defense, though.
What I will say is that Jewel Lloyd, at one point, was one of the most potent scoring guards I ever seen. The Gold Mamba, that was her nickname. I used to watch her and Phil Handy do skills development work on an app and try to emulate Jewel Lloyd, and I don't do that anymore because Jewel doesn't do those things anymore. So
look,
you're right.
Is Jewel my age? What is Jewel? Is she my age? No, she's not that old. She's close. She's 2 years younger than me. She's not that.
She's 32. Here's the thing.
She's 4 years younger than me. Okay. Here's
the thing. I just need more from Chelsea Gray. And Asia can have a bad game and she's nursing a bum ankle, and in person it looked like she was laboring a little bit, and that sucks. And that can happen. But Chelsea Gray has no excuse. Chelsea Gray was out there playing like a Harlem Globetrotter when they were down 10, 12, 15 points to the Fever. You cannot just throw the ball behind your back, bounce pass to no one. To no one. Some of the shot selections, like your legs, baby, you don't got it today. Don't like fade away, lean, step back for no reason. Just make the right pass. Don't try to deliver a laser into Nalissa when she's on the move and she is surrounded. But more than that, I would say, like, the defense was just bad. The 3-point defense, they were just walking into threes, just walking into them. They shot, what did it?
48%.
Yeah, I mean that's disgusting.
Especially 48% from 3 is disgusting. But when you're doing that on top of also allowing 56% from the field.
Well, that's why. That's the reason. They're literally shooting that shot 31 threes. You got Sophie Cunningham doing whatever shoot. That's like, here's the deal.
Sophie was 6 for 7 from 3.
She's out there.
Off the bench.
Shooting.
Off the bench.
Out there shooting.
7 threes off the bench is insane.
They're third from the bottom in points off of 3-pointers in the league. They're middle of the pack, 7th out of 15 in terms of defensive efficiency as per team rankings. I know people like to ask me where I get this data from. Both of those are from team rankings. And the championship caliber of what we would expect defensively from the Aces needs to be better. And I think that is where you got players like Jewel Lloyd, players like Chelsea Gray, players like Jackie Young that need to do better. Just need to be better defensively, because right now A'ja Wilson can't do everything.
Dana Evans, though.
The ghost of Dana Evans played very well. She played in a pair of all silver Hardens. She looked incredible. She really did.
I don't think I noticed the shoes.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't, because you were watching on TV, and I was like, ooh, those are some flashy McFlasherson shoes. I like those. Yeah, Ty Harris played well. Let's talk about some things that were good.
Let's talk about good things. You're talking about the wrong
Caitlin
team.
Clark.
You said Ty Harris, and you immediately were like, let's talk about good things, and then pointed out Fever's good things.
Yeah, I know. I kind of want to pretend the Fever never exists, but like they're in a lot of marquee games. Caitlin Clark, fastest player to 600 assists in WNBA history. All the Caitlin Clark fans, you can say that I'm a hater. That I didn't have to tell you that stat. So that's a stat that, there you go. Ty Harris played quite well. 10 points off the bench. I thought she was like really impactful out there. She just looked really good. I thought in terms of aces, Nalissa Smith played excellent. Aaliyah Boston was everywhere. 3 steals, 1 block. I had her in fantasy. She single-handedly won me my fantasy matchup, who was playing against Nalissa. That's why I brought Aaliyah up with Nalissa. So anyway, those are some notes, some news and notes. And that's
what you missed around the league.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, I saw your girl flouncing around Vegas with her little sign and her little point.
Did
you see her? Have you seen her around? Have you seen her walking around pointing?
No, I didn't. I did see Conor McGregor tear his ACL doing absolutely nothing. Literally, just no reason. That's an M sport. Why bring her out? Why?
Well, she asked, apparently.
She asked?
Apparently she asked. That's what Dana White said. Dana White said she asked like 15 minutes before if she like could be the ring girl. She also has a shoe coming. I don't think that there has ever been a human being that has gotten more
for less
clout off a meme.
The society that we live in. I was just thinking about it. I want to talk about this. It's a societal thing. You know, you capitalize on the moment. Good for her. But can we really quickly, and I don't know how much sway she has. I'm just going to preface this by saying this. Number one, I love her. Number two, her aura is incredible and huge. Number
Who?
three, I'm going to tell you. Number
Okay.
three, I don't know how much power she has at Adidas. Number four,
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
some of the comments that she's recently made is giving red pill.
Yeah.
But if Candace Parker could stop Sophie Cunningham from getting a PE shoe off of a meme, I think that'd go a long way with the community.
I think that would, but I do fear that Candace, and I don't want to say it because I really do like Candace.
I love Candace.
But, and maybe it's the AB of it all. I'm going to give the pass on that. I only saw the graphic and I only saw the comments. I didn't see the full pod, so I don't want to take it out of context.
It wasn't good. It wasn't
But
good.
I know it wasn't good. And I know to sit up and say, like, with your full chest that, like,
everybody's jealous of Caitlin Clark and you need psychological help.
yeah,
You need to go see a therapist.
that wasn't even what I was referring to. I forgot about that. That was bad.
It's really bad.
I was actually referring to her saying that Stephanie White was coach of the year. But
oh, yeah. I mean,
that
also
was
no.
my reference. That was like,
This one's way worse, Sarah.
it's way worse.
Psychological help is insane. Like, hey, you need to get on some SSRIs if you're, you know what I mean? Speaking of which, by the way, back to the Aces really fast.
Talking about Chennedy Carter.
Yeah. Speaking of some good SSRIs. And you know what's insane? Hold on. I saw a video that came out 2 months ago. For some reason, it was on my Instagram algorithm, and I literally commented on the video, why is this just now popping up on my algorithm? Do you know that the Aces are sponsored by BetterHelp?
No. But they sponsor a lot of things, BetterHelp.
But like Chennedy Carter was doing a video about how much she's grown in May, sponsored by BetterHelp. I just think,
right, like, are we still helping Kennedy, or did, like, the
also,
free
did it
trial
work?
run up and you guys just bailed on her? Because
tough.
it doesn't feel like people are providing Kennedy with the tools. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I
I just say this as a crash out queen myself.
Yeah, as a crash out queen who needs some SSRIs.
Who needs SSRIs to stay.
The part though is like the W sports of it all.
Mm-hmm.
You can't waive a player like that and say you're not going to say anything. We only talk about the players that are still in the building.
Yeah, that was a shady comment.
If we would have asked her when she was in the building, she would have said nothing. And now that she's not in the building, she says nothing. Somebody needs to say something about Kennedy, about why she was waived, what happened. We need some sort of reporting. I know that W fans who don't watch anything else don't think that that's how it goes, but that's how it goes. Why do you need to know? Why do you need to get all in their business? That is sports reporting, okay? That's the whole part. Like, literally learning about what happened behind the scenes is integral to the sports ecosystem. I don't know why that's such an insane thing that I would demand that Trista Crick or Sarah Chavnik or, I don't know, anyone would demand. It's very low budget to do that. And I think it's a little, also what I will give her credit for, it's something that Greg Popovich would do and the San Antonio Spurs would do. So it is M Sport. It's just very secretive M Sport. I don't appreciate it. It's bullshit.
No, I don't either. I think you kind of I think it's a cop out. I also think, and I just want to say this one thing about Kennedy.
Okay.
As somebody who is a crash out queen myself, as somebody who needs help, somebody help her. I don't know. It just feels like someone could do a little better helping her.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I agree with you.
Crash out queens. Another crash out queen. Marina Mabrey has just been, Sarah.
She is.
Is she an MVP candidate?
I've been saying this. Now, and I think the answer is no. In reality, do I think Marina is a candidate? No, because I don't think that a team under 500 is ever going to have right,
Love
produce.
that.
But that being said,
She most
she is
improved.
having one of the best seasons in the W
most
right
improved.
now. Again, hard because you're going from one bad team to another. But I think what she is doing, right? Like, so Toronto's whole thing was the $1 million backcourt. Now it's a $500,000 backcourt because
Well, it's still 1 million. It's just
I
1
know,
million,
but
half
I'm
a
calling
half
it
a backcourt.
it's half a backcourt, half of a
Poor Slim.
not half of $1 million, but a half of $1 million backcourt, right?
Yeah. That makes sense. Also, Slim, why are you online talking about how you got snubbed again when you can't play because you're injured?
I have to say this, and I say this because I love Slim.
Same, we love her.
I love Slim. I really do. And as a whole, Canada has a really good place in my heart.
Is that because
however, what did y'all want? You wanted her to get named only to then get immediately replaced? I don't understand that. Like,
I think she did.
They wanted, like, for a sport for us to always be like, no more consolation prizes. We are better than that. Now we're having like a fit for not getting a consolation prize. Because that's what it would have been. She can't play in the game. Marina Mabrey should have been a starter, though.
I agree with that. Marina Mabrey has been, and you guys know how I feel about Marina. But she's been fucking good. She's been balling. And the way that she plays is electric. Her story's incredible, just in terms of how late she was drafted, the fact that she's still in the league, the fact that she's producing at this level, the fact that she is putting on these shows and doing it in fourth quarters in clutch time and doing it with savvy and moxie. And she's really trying to give herself some help. She said, I'm trying not to get rage baited when what was this shoe? I don't think the shoe was really thrown at her. I think the shoe was thrown. Go ahead.
From what I'm understanding about this, JJ lost her shoe.
But Nyjah tried to set
it up.
But Nyjah sent it
back.
Yes. But Nyjah was throwing it to Jonquel. Yes.
Back to Jonquel, and Marina's head got in the way. I love the music. Projector.
All right, right side of the screen here. There's the shoe. Oh, Mabrey got hit with the shoe. Marina picks up the shoe. Now been ejected because of the projectile. Was the official
projectile onto the
official
floor
word?
Was the official wording.
The projectile.
So an early exit for Lady Hamilton, who was really brewing up something with Mabrey earlier in the game.
What happened with that, like, Nyjah getting tossed?
I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen anything like that. We had all the momentum in the world. Shoe hit somebody, ejected, free throws.
It was a little hard to tell on television exactly what happened with the shoe, other than it came off and then it looked like it got thrown at Marina.
Obviously, Nyjah threw the shoe. I don't know who it was meant to be. Maybe it was back to JJ, but hit Marina. So I really don't know.
I definitely had to take a couple breaths, but like I think she was just trying to get the shoe down. Really.
Yeah. I don't think I'll be intentionally trying to hit you.
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
That was a good shot otherwise.
Yeah, what the hell?
Okay, first of all, I need to say, whoever put that together, flawless work.
Flawless.
Nominate them for an Emmy. It was a drive-by shoeing.
Oh! Walk by.
It was a walk-by shoeing. It's what it was. It was not to be confused with the two other most infamous shoe throws that I know of personally.
When was there a shoe thrown that I would know about?
There's two. There's two famous shoe throws. And if you can't pick out either in your brain, I'll be upset.
What about the one where George Bush got hit?
Okay, that's number one. That
What's
was
the second one?
the first famous shoe throw. That was my personal favorite.
Oh, he didn't. Did he not get hit? George
No,
Bush,
he
did
ducked.
He ducked. He ducked.
It was like a 2 shoe. It was like he like 1, 2. It was actually pretty impressive. Like he ducked and dodged. Okay, the second one. Do you know the second one?
Is it in sports or no?
The Florida shoe throw that got them knocked out of the playoffs. Remember, it was the LSU. It was them against Joe Burrow, and they like sacked him, and then the guy picked up the shoe and threw it, and Florida got a 15-yard, or they got a 15-yard unsportsmanlike. Joe Burrow throws a touchdown, and they win the game. Knocks Florida out of the.
Oh, that's crazy. No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Today's Daily W is sponsored by Fuchs Financial. I don't know if you knew that, but it's planning for your future without pressure. And I don't know, I used to be a financial advisor. Thank God I'm not anymore. Most financial advisors are like, yo, I got this mutual fund for you. I got this annuity for you. All of this is product-based, but Fuchs Financial leads with questions. What you want to do with your life? When do you want to retire? What does retirement look like for you? Because if you've got two people with different needs, different goals, different plans, they need different amounts of money and they have different things that they need to hear. And the only way to build the right plan is to understand your life. I don't want your life. And if you're thinking about retirement and you want some guidance that fits you and not somebody else's agenda, which they're probably going to get paid for, got to talk to Fuchs Financial. Find them if you're looking for them. And if you want to go over there, fuchsfinancial.com. You could also check out their YouTube page. They give lots of great information about personal finance and about retirement savings advice. I look at it all the time because I'm a hot mess when it comes to my money. Sarah, I think you should look over there too.
Anyway.
So we should talk about the
look at you not knowing anything about M Sports.
I know, I've deleted them out of my mind. I do think, though, that the Liberty need to stop digging themselves so deep into a hole. I watched them play against the Lynx, and the Lynx game was truly, actually an incredible game. Olivia Miles balled out, and
she's so good.
Kayla McBride played really, really well. Sabrina had, I want to say 16 of her 28 in the second half, fourth quarter. I forget what it was, but it was she came on super late.
They are on a 2-7 skid. In their last 9 games, they have 2 wins and 7 losses.
That's crazy.
I do not know why you are not more concerned. I am concerned about the Liberty. And I say this as someone who, I'm going to tell you something. Can I tell you an epiphany that I had?
Yes.
I don't know that I like the Liberty.
Oh!
As a Mystics fan, I don't know that I like them.
Okay, I'm going to need some explanation.
I think I have beef with New York as a whole.
Okay.
In terms of sports.
It's a Gotham thing? It's like a spirit
I think it's going to carry over. I've decided we need more hate.
The world needs more hate, you think?
No. Innocent hatred. Team... the way that I hate Auburn.
Tribal sports hate.
Right, exactly. The way
the ones that get people
the way that I can't take you seriously as a person because you're a Dallas fan, right? That is what I mean.
When you go into an arena and 2 drunken fans, one gets assaulted because they love their team so much. That's what you mean.
So I've decided that
you think we need more of that in women's
sports,
and
I think it motivates, like Asia said, motivates her to win. Her haters motivate her. So I think that if I start hating the Liberty, they'll be motivated to win. Something's got to motivate them because I don't know what it is right now.
They should have won that game against the Tempo.
Yeah.
They probably should not have won the game against the Lynx that they did not win. Because they were down so big and they ended up coming back. And then you got some big moments from Kayla McBride. You got some big moments from Olivia Miles. And really Sabrina went bananas. 28, 9 for 18. 8 assists and 3 steals, just 1 turnover. Kind of a pretty damn good game for Sabrina, who hasn't looked quite herself yet.
She hasn't looked like Sabrina.
Not really.
28 points.
I think it's just kind of like a, let's see. We already saw them beat the Lynx. They've had some big wins, and they beat Las Vegas. Yes, I know there was no Asia. They beat the Lynx. I think it's just like a lot of parity in the league, and you've got a new coach in Chris DeMarco. You've got ShoeGate. You've got injuries. You've got a fan getting a warning for calling Jonquel Jones by her name.
By her first name.
Jonquel.
Oh my God, I thought this was a joke. Okay, so you know that Netflix, it's not a Netflix, like a, oh my God, what do you call it? A trend? The trend that's going on with the Netflix where you sit down and you're like, my documentary. So this fan sits down and he has this like little card in his hand, like it's like a red card. And he holds it up and he's like, I got red carded by the Liberty. And I'm like, what? And then I read his description and he basically said that at one point there was a foul called on Jonquel and he stood up and said like, good elbow, Jonquel, good elbow. They come over, hand him a card and says, the team does not want you to use players' first names.
Whose decision is that?
Also, I think my biggest question is, why do they have that printed on a card?
That's a good point. Did they just print it up? Hey,
do they just have these ready to hand out to people? Like, you get a card and you get a card and you get it.
It's pretty soft. It's a pretty soft thing to do, to be honest.
Do you have housekeeping?
Housekeeping? I don't know what that was. Did you see me get scared?
Yeah, I was like, what the hell?
I don't know what they're up to. I don't know why they're being so soft. I don't know what's wrong with calling Jonquel. Do they want you to call her JJ? Do we just call her Stewie? We can't call her Pauline. We can't call her Maureen. What are we doing? The players? We can't call them by their first names. What do we call them? Kobe. Can't do Kobe.
I don't think we call them anything. I think we just sit there. We're just supposed to sit there in silence, like at Wimbledon. And
I'm not worried about the Liberty, but I'm kind of worried about the Liberty, but I will not say any more. How about that?
Are you worried about the Sky?
How do we talk about this without me being annoying? It's impossible. I told you guys. I told you this was a disaster. I capitulated. This is why I don't capitulate. This is why I stand 10 toes down on the takes. I'm not wrong. I'm just early, and I shouldn't have said, the Sky are the Sky the most fun team in the league. They're not the most fun team in the league. They're still the most trash dumpster fire team in the league, followed by another team that just fired their GM that we'll talk about in a second. But they're not, at least the Sky are not even firing Jeff Pagliacca, not even close to firing Jeff Pagliacca. Like, why?
I think they like Jeff.
I think the owners like Jeff. This is not going to be well received, but you paid Sloot almost $1 million. You paid Skylar Diggins 2 years, $1.8 million. You paid Azare. You went out and traded for Rakia. You went out and traded first-round picks for our girl, J.C. Sheldon. What's J.C. Sheldon up to?
What is J.C. Sheldon up to? Let's see. J.C. Sheldon is
averaging 6.9 points per game, rebound.
8. No, yep, 6.9. Sorry, I was looking at Courtney Vandersloot.
Excuse me. 6.9 points per game, 1.3 rebounds per game, 1.8 assists per game, 0.9 steals per game. Okay? She's averaging 21 minutes. Mm-hmm. They have clearly a lot of guards in the mix. They did bench a hard time.
Gabs, though.
Yeah, they benched Gabs. And now Skylar hasn't played in 2-3 games. Nobody knows why. I think there's clearly something going on. Her knee has been fine all season. And then she gets benched, and then she doesn't play.
Isn't that weird? Isn't that what happened to Angel at the end of last year? Is that
I think
said
they only
something,
benched her for a half of a game,
and then they benched her, and then she got hurt and was out.
Yeah, that
I don't know.
Sort of
it feels
similar.
like I just feels like maybe teams come in to Chicago for All-Star and maybe Skylar gets...
I don't think you can trade. I don't think that there's going to be any suitors for her.
You don't think anyone? No one?
She's hasn't played due to injury management. So people who even have any inclination will be a little bit worried about that. She is 35 years old. She's 35 years old. She's having, let's see, I believe, career low in almost every category. She is definitely a crash out queen. She's already thrown the team under the bus. She's already come after Tyler in a variety of different ways. I don't think a team is going to take a risk on a player making $1.85 million over the next 2 years that's 35 years old, who's going to be on the roster till she's 37. I think the Sky continue to think that they are the smartest team in the room, and like they continue to be the dumbest team in the room. And they're open to trades. The question is, who are they trading? Is it going to be Azare? That's like the only player that I could really see, or maybe
from
Camilla.
Chicago.
I don't know who they trade. I don't know what they're going to do. They've been active at the deadline and in the offseason, trading Angel. They traded Marina. They traded Clea Copper. I mean, they've made moves and offloaded players, and they try to do the Red Cup game where they're like, no, this player wasn't that good, and so look at this player now.
What do we think they could actually use? Like what?
Oh, no. They could use draft picks. That's it. That's all it is.
Well, they don't have those. So
no,
you would have to make trades to get those back.
Yes, that's what they would be trading. That's what they would be trading Azare for. This team is 13th in the league. They're not going to do anything of note. They don't have their own draft pick this year or next year. And so, to be honest, they really don't deserve to be spoken about outside of the fact that I'm making fun of how absolutely inept they are from top to bottom.
They walked into the Sparks, though, in a battle of terrible teams.
Mediocrity. Not even
in a battle of
worse than mediocrity.
What?
Worse than mediocrity, maybe.
Yeah. So they walk in, play a game in front of Kamala Harris.
Oh.
Rakia comes back. She does her little princess. Did you see her little princess wave when she came into the?
Cute.
It was like,
so
hello,
cute.
I've returned. And then almost immediately after the game, they fire not Chicago. The Sparks fire their GM.
What do you feel is the correlation? You think Kamala has?
I mean, I'm not saying that Kamala got her fired, but I do think that the timing of it, she came and gave her little speech and she did her little voodoo, and all of a sudden she's hugging Lynn Roberts, and then the next morning Lynn Roberts is like, yeah, I don't know what happened to Reagan. She's gone.
I don't know where she is anymore. She's not here.
She was like, I just found out this morning, but anyway, we move on. And that was the end of the questions. And I was like, she's a friend of mine, so I care. But anyway, it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, no, her tenure has been bad. She's been
2
bad.
years, short, little.
If I'm Lynn, I'm like, see ya, out of here. The players that you,
I was gonna say, I feel like Lynn has to just be at least it's not me.
Exactly. Because she's like, listen, I know I'm on the hot seat. Me and my little Louboutins walking around on that hardwood. I already know it's only a matter of time. It's very easy. It's easier to fire the head coach than it is to fire the GM. If they fire the GM, they understand they fucked up. That doesn't mean I necessarily fucked up, even though the style of basketball that I want to play isn't translating into the W, and the players that I have don't do the things that I want them to do. And I don't know, maybe just shooting only threes and layups aren't the most impactful way to win basketball games. And players I don't know, Paige Beckers and AZ Fudd and the Dallas Wings and the Las Vegas Aces who shoot a high degree of mid-range shots and are winning games. Maybe I should be doing more of that. But no, now the GM's fired and my job is safe and nobody's looking at my coaching skills. And not clearly, and to be honest, whether you're qualified for that job at all, given your history and your coaching tenure and how you've never done anything on the professional level.
I made a video and I said, Lynn, I wouldn't get comfy in your seat. I don't know. I feel like the
No.
writing's on the wall.
Do not get comfy in your seat. Do not get comfy in your seat. I think they should trade Kelsey Plum. This team is trash.
I thought you were about to say they should trade Lynn Roberts.
For what? I'm glad that they
Trade
did
Kelsey
something.
Plum for what? Trade Kelsey Plum for what? Go back to that.
Oh, I think you need probably a young player. It should be to a team that could use her. I mean, I don't know. She's been out for a while now. She's been sitting on my IR and fantasy for weeks. No idea when she's coming back from that ankle sprain. But there are teams that could use her. You know, there are teams that want to win that need a guard. And so they need somebody who is like a scoring punch and is a bucket and who can do all the things that Kelsey Plum is really good at doing. But you've got teams that are happy to stay in the bottom, like Washington, Toronto.
I think.
What?
I'm just saying, we have a lot of picks.
You want Kelsey Plum in Washington?
I think Kelsey Plum
That'd be a great
needs
pickup.
to what?
That'd be a great pickup, to be honest.
I feel like we have to move away from Georgia. And
it really does, though, change the timeline of your team, though. The problem
100% it would, yeah.
When you put Kelsey Plum on your team, that signals that you're trying to win right now. And Kelsey Plum's trying to win right now.
But like when?
Kelsey Plum back to Seattle wouldn't be that insane. Actually.
No. But
I mean, there's the same thing with
why not
with the
bring her into
timeline.
Washington?
I just want to say for the fans who are going to roast me, the same thing applies with Seattle in terms of their timelines don't match Kelsey Plum.
Sure.
It's hard because there's a lot of teams that could use Kelsey Plum, but their timelines don't really match. And I don't mean back. I don't mean back to Seattle. I just mean in terms of that there was a trade. There was a Jewel Lloyd in Seattle, Kelsey Plum in Las Vegas, and then they switcheroo. Anyway, hard to say, but LA should not be wasting her there.
No. I do think that Washington needs a guard.
And they're going to get one in the draft next year. It's probably
that is true. I mean, should we wait? Yeah, we could wait. I'm just saying.
You're fine. Literally, we're at the All-Star break. Just
I'm
hang
impatient.
On, Sarah. Just hang on. Speaking of, just really quickly, some injury issues, some injury news. I saw
some injury news, yeah.
Saw Angel Reese in a boot.
You don't like a boot. I don't like a boot because, as we've seen with Fee, a boot comes on and apparently never comes back off again.
It apparently never comes back off. You don't think it's coming off?
No, it will. No, the boot will come back off. I do wonder a little bit. Like I had a brief moment of a conspiracy theory about the boot on Angel yesterday. Can I tell you what it was?
Yes.
Angel doesn't want to go to Chicago and play in the All-Star game.
Oh, that makes sense.
It's just a little conspiracy theory I have. I don't necessarily know that the boot is taking it a little far. If, like, I don't think she's faking an injury, but I did wonder for a brief second yesterday. I was like, I wonder if she's trying to get out of having to play in Chicago. I would.
Ezzy's hurt again.
Yeah.
She's has a facial fracture. No
facial
timeline
fracture.
to return. That's crazy. These are news and notes.
Yeah. And conspiracy theories.
And conspiracy notes, conspiracy theories. That's all I have. Great show. I'll see you either Thursday or Friday. We're doing some traveling. I'm going to the World Cup semifinal in Atlanta.
I'm not going to see you Thursday.
Maybe Thursday night on the record, maybe. No? Maybe
Friday
morning.
Sorry. I thought you meant like in person. And I was like,
oh, no.
We're not going to be...
Sarah
we're going to be in the same
exciting,
city, but not...
Sarah has some very exciting stuff coming up on the soccer pitch. So keep an eye on that. Really exciting stuff. I have a little bit of goldfish brain today. So don't roast me too much in the comments. Real quick, Fire beat the Atlanta Dream. I didn't even bring it up. Because there's no Angel Reese. So I don't even think it's necessarily a win you want to hang your hat on. But I just want to say congratulations to the Fire. Sarah, you're phenomenal. I won't give you a hard time for your M Sport shirt. Washington Nationals. I was feeling inspired. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Let her shoot.